Okay. It says that I'm live. I really am missing that pop-up that usually would come and tell me and show me that I am live, but it says that I'm live, so I went to go with that thingamajig and say good morning, guys. It's good to be here. Can you believe it's almost Thanksgiving for you guys in the diaspora and for us in Jamaica? It's almost Christmas, but we have so much to be thankful for. We've had multiple challenges, I am sure, but let me try and find it on Jamaicans.com. Michelle is not here. We're not expecting Michelle for a little while. I really had expected Leo. I somehow figured that he would have started the show. So of course I go join and sit down in there waiting. I don't see or hear him. I don't know if him gone football. Everybody seemed to be up in arms about this football. Which team is supporting? I mean, Jamaica not there, but yes, who is supporting to win to take home the cup, or who no want to take home the cup? A whole heap of people have on that pale blue and white jersey for that place there because it has the world's supposedly best football player. I want to figure out that the best football players are not at the World Cup. Jamaica not there. The girls. Are the girls there? I don't think I entered the World Cup for the men this year because I don't know. Jamaica could have done much better than what they did, but let me try and find the show here. Good morning, so I can read the comments and I can see things. Where is it? I won't be able to monitor YouTube as well. It's just going to be a little bit too much for me this morning, but I'm giving it my best shot. And let's hope we can do 2 hours of this if it's engaging enough. Let me find it again. So I'll go right here, so to Jamaicans.com. I'm going to be on Jamaicans.com. Yes, I go to live. I see what is live around here. Oh, I find me. Then I need to find the section where I can see comments. Oh, and I need to mute this. I'm not hearing my birds. I'm outside. Ah, fabulous. And Paul Chambers says, good morning. Oh, I'm going to put in also make can monitor, talk. Everything pull up, host pull up, host pull up. Sure, them have one song which says something about pull up, pull up. I don't know it much, but I know some one song that says something about saying pull up. Well, I feel that host this a pull up this morning, but we're going to get it. We will get it all worked out just fine. How's your morning been? Okay, I think I have it. I can live with it like that. Yep. So Paula Chambers says, good morning, Dr. Diana. I miss the team. I miss them more. You know, I understand how I miss them. I miss them, but Heslop says, good morning, Dr. Diana. Good morning, dear Heslop. How are you doing? What's the temperature like for you? Patricia Barnes says, good morning, Dr. Diana. Happy Sabbath. Happy Sabbath to you as well. You're going to church or you're going to watch online? Tell Michelle that she's in my thoughts. Paulette continues. Yes, certainly. And I'm sure that Michelle is in. Michelle, be assured that you're in the thoughts of all our listeners, our faithful, and even those who just drop in a little bit. We all understand how difficult it is when you lose a family member. And there are some of us who know how hard it is when particularly you lose your mother. You lose your mother, boy, may I tell you, belly bottom drop out, everything crash. Paulette having birthday today, so she says that she's inviting us all to join her for cake after the show is finished this morning. She wants all our addresses so she can send the birthday cake. I said, you know, Paulette, oh, never mind, happy birthday. All the best. Trust that you'll have a great day and that you'll have the rest of the year will be fabulous for you. Pat says she's going to church with our children in a few minutes. All right, fine. Take care. Remember to pray for the whole away and pray for Jamaica. I wanted to discuss an article which I saw in the Observer. And it is really concerning because it says, All I want for Christmas is to be alive. This is a wish for Jamaica. This is a Jamaican saying that all I want for Christmas is to be alive. Over 1,000 people murdered so far, while road accidents, which are also happening almost daily, have claimed over 400 lives. Yes, I read better with my glasses off. Many Jamaicans are living in fear. And this is an article from the Observer, the Jamaica Observer. It's a column, and I extracted it today. I'm trying to figure out what the date is on it, but I saw it this morning and it struck me, and we put it in and said, boy, we really needed to talk about these things. All I want for Christmas is to be alive. Jamaicans are living in perilous times, is what the article subtitle is. And I read it again. Over 1,000 people murdered so far, while road accidents have claimed, which almost happens almost daily, have claimed over 400 lives. Many Jamaicans are living in fear, so much so that when they leave their homes for work, play, or any other law-abiding activity, they hope and pray that they will return safely to their abode in one piece. You know, nice. It's really not nice. It's not nice, but it's the truth. And I understand how people feel. How do you feel about, you know, just being in Jamaica, the level of criminality, just almost unpredictable. May I try to find the rest of the article, and all of them ads just a pop up. My good grief. Thanks for people find money from for buy them a whole person. How you feel about it? How your family in Jamaica feel about it? Do they feel that all they want for Christmas is really just to be alive? Do they think that there's a sense of despair, or is just some of us feeling this sense of despair? I think it's really quite commonplace. No, whole lot of people feel that way there. Whole lot of people feel that way there. Oh gosh, Mark, how are you doing? Good to hear you. Good to see you. Carlene, good morning. Thanks for being here. Oh, I need to share it so that other people, at least people on my thing, can see that the show is up. And if you share it on a profile, other people then will see that the show are on. Isn't that nice? So that was one article that I really wanted for us to zone in on and to talk about. I don't know. We always have to pray anyway. Prayer ought to be commonplace for everybody, but when you feel the way most Jamaicans are feeling about the level of criminality, and when you feel the way that most Jamaicans are feeling that there is almost despair, or there is no real strategy, it is concerning. Did anybody hear or see that video clip for Emile, what's her name? Emmeline Shields. She had a thing that was doing the rounds on social media this week, where she was really lamenting the situation. She was really lamenting the situation. She was lamenting the political inactivity or inertia. The leadership inertia is not political, but more a leadership inertia, where, you know, if you haven't seen it, it makes interesting listening, and is probably a jolt to recognize that, you know, yes, everybody feeling or seeing what is happening. There's another article that I wanted to read, and hopefully this one will come up fully. And it says capital distress, CAPIT. More financial companies skipping dividends and capital amid capital erosion. And what this stems from is a number of the major financial institutions in Jamaica, they have opted not to pay dividends. Well, from COVID start, everybody used that as a little get around to say productivity down, and there is no this and there's no that, so they're not paying no dividends. But then continuing as a trend. And all right, amidst the sharp decline, it's a business section of the Observer. Capital distress is the heading. And the subheading is More Financial Companies Skipping Dividends Amid Capital Erosion. Amidst a sharp decline in asset prices and erosion of the capital base of financial companies, different listed companies have decided to forego dividend payments to shareholders as they bolster their capital base owing to continued volatility in the financial markets. I know that may agree, and as shareholders in some of these organizations, may really kind of mix, because some of them make some big money profit. And to tell a shareholder amidst this whole heap of IPO things and the whole heap of bliss stuff of investing and getting dividends and all of that, that they're not going to get no dividends again, is really take a little. It takes more than a glass of water to swallow that pill. The truth is. Gavin says, happy weekend. Hey, Gavin, good to see you. Good to hear you. Thanks for being here. Paulette says, that's disturbing news. All around is disturbing news. I think we're just not escaping it. I don't know. Time, I don't know. Emily said, time come. I don't know what she means by that. But we soon find out what she means by that. If you don't get a chance, do look at the article. I'm trying to get rid of this so that I can see the article that I want to read. Okay, so the article continues, and this is the one about the capital. NCB Financial Group Limited did not pay a dividend for almost a year after the corona, resulting in Bank of Jamaica requiring regulated entities, including financial holding companies, to not pay dividends to shareholders who own more than 1% of the entity. All right, so NCB not pay. The JMB not pay, Proven never pay, and the article continues to show that pain as well. I hope this thing's still going because it looked like my freeze, I don't know. Or it looked like it end. Ta-da, what's happening? Are we back? Am I back? Yes, seem like we're back in business. But I will go back to that article about the all I want for Christmas is to be alive, because it looked like I just figured out how to get past the ads. Okay. Where there? Come in. Bear with me. Life hard when it's you one. Everybody need company. Mother did say company and a good thing, but sometimes you need company. Okay. Dr. Joni, where are you? I mean, this is not no notice, but had I known, I would have called you. Had I known that I was going to be alone. So I'm going to struggle through. Okay, add you over here. So you close that. Close that. I think maybe I'll call it a day today, no? Them articles not coming up. But okay, so the article continues and it says, the Andrew Holness Jamaica Labour Party administration, even as it prepares for another political carnival at the national arena this Sunday, for the most part remains clueless as to what really should be done to tame the seemingly invincible crime monster. In yet another desperate bid to calm fears and persuade the general citizenry that all is not lost, it has once again introduced several states of public emergencies in a number of crime-ridden parishes, as if that tried and in many times failed intervention can heal a sin-sick nation. Boy, I will write this. Oops. I'm a ramp rough. It is my view that, and a family view of the article may I read, that successive governments since independence have failed to manage the country in a way that allows for law and order to prevail. However, this writer agrees with the Prime Minister when he recently said that the country is not unmanageable, is not unmanageable. Just look at what happened when hundreds of unruly taxi drivers took to the streets this week demanding that the government give them an amnesty to pay off their many outstanding traffic tickets. The government took the bold decision, perhaps for the first time at last, after a cabinet meeting, not to yield to their demands. And what a refreshing moment of effective governance in this undisciplined nation. Wow. This is the way to go if we are to begin the process of taking back the country from hooligans and social defiants who have become a law unto themselves. Recently, I was in conversation with a prominent medical practitioner who bemoaned the fact that traffic crashes were absorbing too much of taxpayers' resources and keeping the health services extra busy in order to deal with the many injured people who are brought in and need expert care. To put it bluntly, driving on Jamaican roads these days has become a terrifying experience. Unafraid when you come to Jamaica? Let me answer that after. Each day, and the article continues, each day when I'm about to hit the road, I pray and make the sign of the cross as I contemplate the indiscipline, carelessness, and downright crassness that awaits me on the nation's roads. And yes, one of the chief offenders are taxi and minibus operators who drive as if they have an urgent appointment with the undertaker. Another set of terrorists, in quote, on our roads are the bike operators and scammers. In the case of the former, they are loud-sounding motorcycles that oftentimes backfire, giving off sounds similar to gunshots or an assault on the eardrums. God help our senior citizens and people with heart conditions. They bob and weave through traffic recklessly, becoming a nuisance to other motorists. No wonder there have been so many crashes resulting in the death of motorcyclists. Needless to say, most of these casualties occur because riders and pillions do not wear helmets and other protective gear. It's a long article, but I think it's well worth the read. Then there is a certain new set of suicide drivers who have taken over our thoroughfare in recent times. So as not to err on the side of caution, I shall refer to them as Vexi drivers in reference to a certain brand of suburban vehicle which they operate as taxis. Some time ago, I was on my way to Kingston. This is not my article. I am reading an extract of an article from the Jamaica Observer, where the person is saying all they want to do is to be alive for Christmas. Some time ago, I was on my way to Kingston from Mobay, and just out of fun, I decided to count the number of these vehicles. Anyway, you must say there's a particular brand of vehicle on the road and how they drive bad. That is an aside. As a sidebar, observers have been saying that these vexed drivers have taken over from the famous or infamous ladder drivers that were used as taxis. They were frequently involved in deadly collisions and thereby described as life and death association. That's what I used to call the ladder. I had no idea. I don't know. Anybody even know a ladder? Every day we hear from the powers that be that the new Traffic Act will put a dent in the number of avoidable road crashes. But will that really happen? To begin with, if the law is not enforced, that is the crunch of it. Let me read what him said. To begin with, if the law is not enforced, then these regulations are for all intent and purposes a waste of time. How can one taxi driver amass over 200 traffic tickets and still be allowed to operate in that capacity without being arrested and charged accordingly? Is the law and a word he uses, I can't read it on public thing, and such a driver was among those, but how them even print it? And such a driver was among those who had the audacity to demand amnesty. For too long, the tail has been wagging the dog in this country when it comes to implementation of the law. And it is no secret that those who have sworn to uphold the law and give it teeth and themselves are themselves perpetrator of this slackness, whether wittingly or unwittingly. As looking forward, and that ends the article. quite an article, lengthy though it was, but this person really is lamenting the state of the roads. All I want for Christmas is to be alive. Jamaicans are living in perilous times. What are your thoughts on it? Did you think that the taxi operators should get an amnesty? Did you believe that there was some premise on which they should be considered? I figure that they could have been considered. I understand what the article is saying and I understand the perspective. But the crunch of it for me was that for too long, we as a system allowed a taxi driver to amass 5 tickets, 10 tickets, 20 tickets, 40 tickets, 100 tickets. Every time he gets a ticket, is there no way to reference that this man has an outstanding ticket so that we know that him shouldn't get past 5 tickets? If him get past 5 tickets and them writing ticket number 6 by some reason, but 200 tickets, any system that allows somebody to have 200 outstanding tickets is at fault. And that is really my story on it. Do they deserve an amnesty? Perhaps not. But the system must recognize that we have failed. And since we have failed, it's a matter of negotiations now. He shouldn't have been allowed to amass anything past 5 tickets, much more 200. I don't know. We see. But I don't want to talk about. The show is going to be a half an hour today because I'm not prepared to talk about all these issues all by my lonesome self. So I might as well wish people a happy birthday and thank those who have joined. Pray that Leo is okay, which is quite unusual for him not to send a note or to call. And we've tried reaching him, so we pray that he's fine. If anybody out there see him, make sure say him all right. There's a whole lot of things that need to start over. Looking forward to hearing what the talk is going to be after Sunday. But so much has gone wrong in Jamaica for so long. There's another article that I came across yesterday or this morning probably where the mayor in Trelawney was lamenting that people are driving on unsafe bridge. This is a major thoroughfare and it is known that the bridge is unsafe. And the mayor is saying that he was not aware that people are driving on the bridge. So what do you think they was driving then? Yeah, so I want to know, is there anybody who know that bridge? Is there an alternative route that people would perhaps, and if the bridge is unsafe, why? And the mayor is in the parish council, and the parish council has the responsibility for making sure that those roadways and bridges and those things get fixed. So if his department had not fixed it, then who would have fixed it so that the people then who need to travel on it would have an alternative or would be traveling on a safe space? Or where's the sign to say to them that this is an unsafe space, so please don't travel here? That was kind of funny. I don't know. Mr. Mayor, you put that one on a little stretch. You know, we have to take that one with them would say with a grain of salt. But Mr. Mayor, come on. How would you not know it? And if you don't know, then certainly there is some measure of inefficiencies within your operation, within your department, within how things are conveyed to you, how you get your information, how you get your guidance. If it's not you, you know who. So that was kind of funny. So why are you driving on that bridge? You don't fix it or have no alternative. But you never know. People need to make the mayor know that the place is unsafe so that they can address it, because I'm sure he wants to address it. All right, so birthdays. Dawn and Dan having birthday today. Happy birthday, Dawn and Dan. They're twins. And who else? Somebody here have birthday. Is Paulette? Yes, somebody here have birthday today as well. Peter Gay says that is theft. Those corporations are ruthless. Yes, I'm not going to call it theft. The system allows them to do it. They don't have to make these, my son saying morning. They don't have to make these declarations of dividends. The system is allowing them not to do it. But the truth is, when you look in the news and see how much money, how much profit they make, yeah, but the capital, they need to build back them capital so that years to come down the road, I suppose, we will all get bigger dividends. We'll probably prefer to get a little tips to, regardless of how insignificant or how small it is, it's better than zero. I don't know. We'll probably like that. So Peter says that's theft. Let me see what else is being said here. Peter Gay says, I'm afraid of the roads in Jamaica. I've never driven there and I don't believe I ever will. It can be scary. Driving in Jamaica is not for the faint heart. That is really, really true. This article sounds like it was written by my school teacher, Aunt May. As Markay says, Markay thinks his Aunt May write that article about the indiscipline and all the things. Aunt May would have an excellent writer. Whoever wrote it, and I'm going to try and find it back, is an excellent writer. Well read, well said, quite pointed, except I don't think that your school teacher aunt would have put that word in there. And I don't understand. How can you put that kind of three-letter word in something for publication, for public space, and get it printed? Things change. VM Hesop says, don't call it a day, Dr. I must sit down here and talk. All right. Paulette says, she not believe the mayor. Oh, yes, and it's Paulette's birthday. So, yes, Paulette's birthday. And she don't think that she would drive in Jamaica. My gums. There was one family that was visiting Jamaica. 3 of them died in a motor vehicle accident. Can you imagine how it hard? You come to Jamaica for holiday, and if I 4 rounds ago, and 3 of them dead, and them have to care about 3 body who people just come to look for family and have fun and for no fault of theirs. But there's a little strip down in St. Anne down that side there. I don't know if it's St. Anne, but I like every day is accident down there. What is wrong with that strip? Why we can't have it marked as a black spot and change the road, so if it's straight, so cut one corner and then drop one mountain in there. Put something in there that would force people to have to slow down. I not know road engineer, but another thing says something could have been done to that strip of road. Every minute you hear somebody dead off it down there. Also, there must be ways we can treat with it. All right, so it's 10:30 now. We do half an hour talk. What more am I going to talk? Say? Christmas are come. Thanksgiving coming. Anybody going to Jamaica for Thanksgiving or not? All staying in America and Canada. Oh, fun Thanksgiving was last month. So that gone. Yes, on this matter of Thanksgiving and Black Friday. Every corner you turn in Jamaica, there is this Black Friday business. We don't have no Thanksgiving, so how we have Black Friday? Everybody just had like, I try take away my little money by telling me, say there is a sale here and it's a Black Friday sale and I must come in Jamaica, not in America. First time, Black Friday sale, Thanksgiving, we all try for rush come America so we can catch a sale, and them time the sale that good and the dollar never so high. But now the dollar 150 odd to 1 when you go to buy the dollar. So when you come to Jamaica with your dollar and you going to take it to business, them give you like all 120, 125, 130 for it, But you see, when me coming to America, yes, I'm in the States. So you see, when me coming to America and me have to buy $1, me have to pay $150 for it, $154, all them kind of big price. So sometimes you hear in the news that the money is 150 to 1. It don't mean so when you come, you will get 150 for it. Some people would buy it from me for 150 because if them have to go buy it from the bank for 154 and 155, then they would have probably buy it from me. But usually in the stores, however, you see, if I'm here now and I was trying to pay my light bill, and it pop up in US dollars. So me look on it and see. But when I convert it, they pay me like 120. Them converting at 120 my light bill to charge me in US. But my bank, because my credit card is issued in Jamaica, is converted at 154. So me taking a total beating of $34 on every dollar of that transaction. Me have to try cancel it. So me have to go find somebody to pay the light bill for me in Jamaica because it just don't make no sense. Dr. Johnny, why you don't come? You know, just log in and make us have that conversation. What you're saying there to me? Because I have to turn my eye sideways to read it. It says, "Good morning, Dr. Diana. Plan to log on with you. Ended up going to bed. What? You work so late that you go to bed this morning?" She in a meeting. All right, fine. Unable to multitask on video with the team. All right, fine. She says, if people knew what Black Friday really was, they wouldn't adopt it in Jamaica. Oh, really? What is it though? Or any place the African slave trade was practiced. Oh, really? Them kill we after there? Jamaicans love to shop. That is why we have Black Friday. No, and we just, I guess we love to shop. But that's why we have it in Jamaica, Carleen. But we don't have no Thanksgiving. It's something we them have after Thanksgiving up in America. Why we can't have our own days and call food things with one thing? Why we can't be originators? We have to copy. We tired of the copy business. She used to tell you at school saying of copy. But we take copy everything now. No, sir. Now by that. Dr. Johnny, I'm going to look into it, the origin of the Black Friday, so that I can have a better understanding of it and probably stop using the term. What else? Well, in America, we have Christmas market. Yes, we always have Christmas, but it was so different then. When I was growing up, I used to have Christmas market. Oh my gosh, that was the thing to do on 24th, December 24th. Everybody don't tidy house, everything, do cake, bake, ham, make, host, clean, everything. You get on the 24th, you get to go out and go grand market. That's how I used to call it, man, grand market. That was a fabulous time. You spend more money than you have, you eat more than you need to, and everybody out there catch up with all of your friends because that is where everybody come, grand market. Oh my God, the pleasures and the joy and the bliss of innocence and growing up in Jamaica. Growing up in Jamaica around this time of the year. And sorrel for pick. Oh my gosh. Whenever I had to pick sorrel, it's not easy. Nowadays, sorrel come in a plastic bag. Nowadays, sorrel come in a plastic bottle. All make already. No fun in that. When you have to pick it off, I stick the long stick come. My Archbishop calling me. I forgot to call him back. I'm gonna let me pause. Archbishop, I'll call you back, please. So, me no do nothing wrong, so no, but fear said me do nothing wrong, me no do nothing wrong. Me call him back. Oh my gosh. So, what else are we going to talk about? I see in America that when the people announce that they're going to run again. Ooh, more votes. Yeah. Big things are going. Big people things that, big argument. Not getting involved. All right. Guys, I am thinking that I am going to thank you all for being so loyal and faithful. Thank you all for being here. I trust that next Saturday morning, we will be back in the space. We, meaning we, That if not, I will have a co-host and we'll be better prepared to have a discussion, to entertain, and to dialogue with you all. Thanks for being faithful. Thank you very much. So I will call it quits. Oh, I'm gonna need to change my name because my name, so me keep on forget, so I must change my name. So I'm gonna do that again. But because because it come set that particular way, I keep forgetting to change my name. And I'm going to have to definitely answer my bishop. Yes, so change my name Diana Davis Smith. For all who don't know, I am particularly happy. Well, I think it's a joke, mega send address. Okay, so a few people listening, Colin says, I don't think we should support Black Friday, but we have homework to figure out what Black Friday is. Dan Newman says, thank you, Dr. Diana. Peter Gay sends in love. Ooh, big hug. Thanks very much. Polly says, thank you, Dr. Diana, for joking. Have a great weekend. Colin says, have a great weekend. Guys, have a great weekend. Keep safe. For those traveling for Thanksgiving, because I know it's that time as well in the States, please be really very careful. Be mindful. I see the weather get a little bit cold in some places. Some places even get snow. Good gosh, I forget what's to talk about that. We not all get snow already and whole heap of snow in some very enough places. Oh my gosh, I don't believe it. So I want to be very careful out there. Heslop said, I can't go now. She said, yeah, have a good day, Dr. Dado. So, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for making it worth the while for me. Thanks for engaging me. And don't be so depressed. Jamaica has issues like everywhere else. Everywhere have them problem. But I think it hurt us a little bit more because we're Jamaicans and because we know that we could do so much better. Oh, there's another article. Maybe I'm going to stay a little bit longer to talk about. Hi, we're not go on it. Let me tell you something. I came across an article where another male was lamenting that mothers are to be blamed for some of the violence and sexual abuse that their children suffer. And at the first glance, I said to myself, no one couldn't say that mothers are to be blamed. But then I read it. He says that some, albeit the headline never said, but some mothers are to be blamed. The truth is that some parents are to be blamed. It's not just mothers. But I pause again and I say, what does the data say about mothers in raising families? And the truth is that so many of our households are headed by women. Other thing is that a lot of the delinquency that we see amongst juveniles in Jamaica really stem from the mother being absent. I want to live with the father, the granny, or auntie, or something. But when the mother is absent, there is an increased level of delinquency, meaning all kind of wrongs among persons when the household is void of the mother. And I said, well, yes, everybody must be blamed, not just the mothers. Everybody is to be blamed. And he continued to say in his discourse, his presentation at some place he was at, that it's because of the lack of reasonable, consistent income, why a lot of mothers have to put up with a whole heap of abuse and violence themselves and the engagement of same with their children. But I said, no, I can't imagine any mother in the right mind is going to allow anybody to abuse their minor sexually or any which way. just for money, then something wrong. Something well wrong. And not just taxi man mad, the whole country mad. Or is it a time now for us to consider really and truly the need for social support for families, reasonable social support, and not social support that embarrass people? Reasonable social support for families so that people don't have to be so dependent on handout from abusers who take advantage of them picnic, who abuse them sexually and criminally, violent. It can't continue. We have to take some serious review. We have to consider. Oh my gosh. And I see that my heading continues to say Global Entrepreneurship Week. Yes, Global Entrep Week was this week, and it is it's really celebrated in Canada. Heslop, though your Prime Minister made a wonderful speech at the start of Global Entrepreneurship Week, and I find that Canada so supports it. Canada put them money where them mouth them and them support the startups, them enable them facilitate them. It's not like some other territories where it's so hard to start a little business. It's so costly to start a little business. You have to know somebody who knows somebody to get a little thing going. I don't know. Enough said. Walk good. Oh gosh, I was watching last Saturday's program until I realized, thanks to technology, you're doing a solo. I'm winging it solo, Philip. How you do? How's the treatment? Have you stopped treatments? Paul, it says social support for women, and they have to take responsibility for the children they're bringing into the world. Yes, they have to take responsibility for the children that they've brought into the world. They have to take responsibility for themselves. But again, it is perhaps the socio-economic needs that have driven these mothers to the positions that they're in. It don't make it right. I'm not excusing it. But I think that we need to stop looking simply at me, the woman, the mother, who failed to do this, who failed to do that, and to look to see that there is a social system within which I'm operating that is not facilitating, that is not enabling me to raise my family. And I suppose we can't talk about two is better than too many no more, because it's going to sound socialist or political. But the truth is that women really need to consider how many children can I support? Can I be a mother to? Can I take care of? And why we have so much household where the mother no married, or don't have no common law husband who committed and stay. Is it a new trend now where, or it's not even just now, but in recent times, seemingly, when me growing up, it's either there's a common law husband, you never even did know, say they never married, for they live together and everybody knows say so and so husband, for we never even know no difference in no husband. But so many households where there's no father figure, and people just seem to be playing open door, rotating door kind of operation. Too much of that. Is it that we have lost basic, what we call morals? Have they waned? Have they changed? What has caused it? Technology? Seeing everybody else. Oh, what a hullabaloo. Another thing to talk about. So much something to talk about. Oh my gosh. Did you see that article that there is no beer to be served in the stadiums at the football match? And everybody get vexed. Everybody up in arms, because the people, in keeping with their tradition, in keeping with their morals, in keeping with their laws, say, look here, no alcohol will be served at these matches, no alcoholic beverage. But I notice, and I commend the head of the Football Association, FIFA, Him had 1 hour worth of spitting chastisement. It's like when your granny get real mad at you and put you down for give you a piece of her tongue. Let me tell you, he gave them a piece of his tongue, Western societies and everybody else. He said, look here, spent 3,000 years doing all kind of things where it going to take them 3,000 years to undo and apologize for and make better. The law of the land is that they're not going to facilitate the beer, the alcohol beverage. But the kicker for me was that they are saying 3 hours out of this entire football thing is all they're saying that you're not going to be served alcoholic beverage. You can go elsewhere and have it. But when you're in the stadium, you can have the alcoholic beverage up to 3 hours before the match starts. When the match playing, they're not serving none. You can blame them when I remember how them did go Paris and this holy hooligan and Germany. You never see them things how them can break fight. Then blame alcohol. All right. So these people say, and then 1 hour after the match, you can get alcohol. That's not unreasonable for me in a society where they don't embrace alcoholic or serve. It's a Muslim country. And then all they know said the match was going to be played down there. And then all they know that these are their rules. Them even saying everybody can come. Them not condemning nobody. Everybody can come. But these are our rules. There are other locations outside of the stadium where them can get them alcoholic beer. So, what do you think? And things that Qatar should say, okay, fine, because relent and give them the beer. No, too much accommodation. When I already tell them, say, is Qatar the match playing, them already take up themselves and buy them ticket to come to Qatar for the match. And since I come to Qatar, are gone to Qatar for the match, abide by the people that rules. 3 hours without beer now go kill nobody. After no coconut water. We all need coconut water. Oh my gosh, treatment will come. Oh, Philip says treatment will continue a little while longer. He's adjusting daily. Well, we're happy to hear that. Philip sharing his cancer journey with us and his treatment. Yes, Paulette, people need to respect other countries and their cultures. And people need to stop accommodating everybody's culture. I like we lose our identity when we just embrace everybody else's culture. What is Jamaican culture? What is it now? What it used to be? What we used to do? How we used to treat each other? How we used to relate to each other? Like, we don't care. But that's not how it was. We need to respect other countries' culture, and we need to embrace our own culture as well. And not just dish dirt so simply because something seemingly a little attractive comes along. We need to go on better than that, as they would have said. We need to go along better. So, Don and Diane, so I'm wishing them happy birthday. Miss Paulette, happy birthday to you. Orville Morgan pops up, and there's the principal at Sam Shop Teachers College, Dr. Lorna Gomars. Her birthday was 2 days, the 17th. So, Dr. Gomars, I trust that you had a wonderful birthday. Continue to enjoy the rest of the week. The rest of the week, and if you carry out till next week, that's fine. The other thing too, they laid Leonie Forbes to rest. Did anybody see that program that they had for her? It was totally fabulous. Guys, I have lost my feed and I need to go back to it now. Let me go back home and find it. So it was, I saw a thing of it. It says lights, camera, Leonie. That was kind of neat. That's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to fix that part of it. Okay, so Lindo, you just a reacher and leave me ready for leave, you know. But good morning, my dear. Thank you so much for being here. Guys, we're going good. How much hour we do? We do 1 hour? Ooh, 7 more minutes. All right, let me do something that everybody always like when I read a piece of Miss Lou thing. So let me see if I can find one and we'll wrap up with that. Thank you all for being here. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for caring enough to be here. Louise Bennett. Let me see if I find that. It's Louise Bennett. Piece to read. Yeah, I can manage all of this multitasking when we're taking on. Today will be a good day for some gungo pea soup. It's almost gungo peas time. Yes, me love soup. I love gungo pea. Me love pea soup. But me love gungo pea soup. And you know, interestingly, I have this friend, and she shared with me, an older lady, that when she was growing up and they were making pea soup, it's really cow peas that them used to use to make the pea soup. It wasn't so much red peas. Anybody know that? So it's really cow peas. And I quite like cow peas because it really have a earthy flavor. It's almost like it's very thickening. Sometimes you get some red peas and they're not really thick up. No, they just not feel like how red peas usually feel. They don't even taste like red peas and look red on the outside and inside and just peel and nothing else. Except the bright red color like that dye them. I think that is a wicked and a mean thing for me to say, but me still I look for one poem from Miss Lou. So much things pop up and it's not authentic Miss Lou poem. What's wrong with it? This other piece come back. No little twang. We need another one, Miss Lou. Say that. Read that one there. But all right, so we sit. It's a me glad to see you come back, boy. But Lord, you let me down. Me shame I you so till all me proudest drop a ground. You mean you did go to America and spend 6 whole months there and come back not a piece better than when you did go away? Why? You know shame. It's so you come after you turn so long. Not even little luggage, boy, not even little twang. And your sister that work only 1 week with American, she talks so nice now that we have the juice, we understand. Why? You could improve yourself. Yeah? And you get so much pay. You spend 6 months at foreign and come back ugly same way. Not even a draper's trousers or a past reading coat. Boy, not even a gold teeth or a gold chain round your throat. Well, I'm wearing my gold chain by my throat. Guys, take care. Thank you so much for being here. You've been a good sport. Take care.